Hello everyone, this is Zining Zhu. Today I'm going to talk about situated natural language explanations. This is a project done during the internship at Amazon Search. Nowadays, we have seen prevalent AI technologies. There are speech recognition technologies who can recognize our speech. There are smart assistants who can navigate us in some cities we have never visited before. There are search engines which can find the relevant product given text descriptions of some products that we want to search. The behavior of many of these systems could be mysterious. Let's take the Amazon recommendation system as an example. If we search for bicycle, the system will most likely return a bicycle, but sometimes it could also recommend a helmet. A bicycle is an exact match, whereas a helmet is a complementary match. It is intuitive that the recommendation system gives an exact match, but we need some more explanations to make the complementary match more convincing. There are many potential explanations towards a complementary recommendation. We can attend to the functionality of the product categories because the helmet makes riding bicycles safer. We can also cite the functionality of this particular product because the helmet has MIPS technology which makes the ride safe and comfortable. We can also cite the external regulations of, for example, California and some smaller locations. Which of these explanations is more preferred? In this paper, we argue for a perspective. The most suitable explanation depends on who we are explaining to. In other words, there is no static criteria for the quality of the explanation. Let's illustrate that using an example. Imagine that we have two customers. On the left-hand side shows a detail-oriented customer. On the right-hand side shows a busy customer who is not going to spend 1 second on any explanation at all. Now we want to explain the complementary product match to each of these two customers. On the left-hand side shows a short explanation that is high level. On the right-hand side shows a detailed mechanistic explanation. If we provide the explanation on the left-hand side towards the detail-oriented engineer and the long explanation to the casual customer, then neither of them are going to be happy. On the other hand, if we swap the two explanations, which is to provide the long explanation towards the detail-oriented engineer and provide a short explanation towards the busy customer, then both of them are going to feel a little bit more convinced by the explanation. So hopefully up to now, I have convinced you that the explanations should be situated. But the problem remains how to generate this kind of explanations. We can use large language models. To use large language models to generate explanations, we first describe the phenomenon into the prompt, and also we append a functional word because after this phenomenon. The language models can generate some explanations that follow the flow of the prompt. For example, when we prompt GPT-3 with "the sky is dark because," it can write "the sun has gone down." To adapt the explanations towards the situations, we can write some desired properties into the prompt. For example, we can describe the situations in plain text. We can say, "I care about the details. The sky is dark because." And then GPT-3 is going to provide a more detailed explanation. But there are a lot of ways to write the desired properties into the prompt. We can say, "I care about the details." We can say, "we care about the details." We can even say, "the sky is dark because in detail." So which of these prompting method is the best? We proposed a convenient pipeline for selecting the most suitable prompt for situated explanation. The first step in the pipeline is to identify a desired property of the explanation in the situation. In an example, when we are explaining to the busy customer, we want a shorter explanation. Step 2 is to figure out a collection of situated prompts and prompt the large pre-trained language models. This collection of prompts could be written by hand. It could also be written by automatic paraphrasing algorithms. And the third step is to select the most suitable explanation following the identified property. In this example, we can select the shortest explanation generated by the collection of prompts. So, how do different prompts work in terms of changing the explanations? We use a human annotation study to illustrate the effect. On Amazon Mechanical Turk, we present 2 explanations per question. The first explanation is generated with the hint in short in the prompt, and the second explanation with the hint in detail. We asked each annotator to select from 1 to 5, and 1 means that they strongly prefer explanation A, and they consider explanation A to be a better explanation for the problem and the answer. Additionally, we give an instruction that simulates the situation of the annotator. When instructing the annotator to try to finish this question within 20 seconds, their preference is 2.98. But if we repeat this process and instruct them to take the time and read the text carefully, their preference is changed to 3.10. There are statistically significant differences between these 2 scenarios, showing that the humans prefer the situated explanations. We also have several other comparisons in the human studies in the paper. So, how about the actual controlling effect? We use automatic evaluation methods. We compute scores in the following categories. On the lexical side, we compute the length, self-BLEU, and lexical richness. On the semantic level, we compute BLEU score and the abstract concreteness ratings. On the pragmatic level, we compute the convincingness versus no explanation or versus the it is what it is dummy explanation, and also the acceptability score. With the scores in each of these categories, we are able to cross-evaluate the controlling effects of the situated prompt. An example is to select the shortest explanation for a busy customer. We can select the explanation by the minimal length. In this case, we need to look at the first column. The numbers in the first column reflect the percentage of changes in each of these features after we select by the minimal length. And as we can see, for example, the lexical richness score increased by 22% compared to the baseline, indicating that the shorter explanations are containing more unique words. So looking forward, I believe that explanations can make more systems trustworthy. We have very complex systems that are deployed everywhere. And to make those systems trustworthy, we need to review the true mechanisms of those systems. And I believe natural language explanations have the potential to reach this goal. Also, we will need to consider the audience. To open the black boxes, we need to review the mechanisms and also present the mechanisms in a way that is acceptable to a wide variety of audience. And the explanations are going to be different when we are opening the black box and towards different audience. So in summary, the prompting techniques can produce high quality explanations. and we provide a convenient framework that uses situated prompts to create suitable explanations toward a wide variety of audience. Thank you for listening.